3 minutes. We're going to be doing, let's see, it's going to be Trevor, Chris, TJ, and John. I'm going to need just a couple of marshals out there for the inside oval, please. Inside oval marshals, please. Hey, Trevor, we're going to be standing up on the driver's stand. Drop your cars and head up to the driver's stand. I'm going to move all these foam pieces. Get these out of the way. Yes, stock battery. Inside oval, stock battery. Outside's LiPo.
Ethan Martinez. What's up, y'all?
Yep.
Elliot, Big Daddy Poolstick, Martinez. 4-6. Rchq, up next, race number 1. 1 RC late model. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Trevor Bettis, Chris Peel, TJ Bowden, John Wallace, unknown driver, 3 flat.
All right, all right. All right, let's get them warmed up. I need, let's see, so nobody has their transponders.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
All right, I'll stop. All right, let me get Trevor through.
Trevor Bettis.
All right, Chris.
Chris Peel.
TJ. That definitely does not look good, TJ.
TJ Bowden.
John.
John Wallace.
All right, I need some marshals. Marshals, please. That's going to be the asphalt late model drivers. So any volunteer marshals would be much appreciated. You guys are going to get a little bit of time in between the rounds because everyone is racing almost every class at one point or another.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, guys. We'll give Chris a little bit of time. That's only going to be fast.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah, Joe, you shouldn't be marshaling, Joe. Joe, you shouldn't marshal. I don't want you to hurt yourself. All right. Don't get taken out by one of these. 30
seconds to the start of the race.
It's like a 8-scale buggy.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, this is 1 RC late models. There's going to be 30 laps. This is a 30-lap race, drivers. This is going to set your first qualifying round. All right, drivers ready. Marshals ready. 30 laps as you come across the line. Oh. TJ going for a fast lap out of the gate right there. Not able to make it stick, though. All right, let's see. We got out early. We got John on a 3.3. Chris with a 3.4. Trevor 3.4. TJ with a 4.3. All right, so we got our race leader right there, John, out in the one spot. That all white. We got Trevor in that 2 spot. Trevor putting in the laps yesterday, getting his car all set up, trying to get it going. Oh, caution, caution, coming up under the bridge. All right, we got John out front, Chris in the 2, TJ in the 3, Trevor dropping to the 4 spot right there. Trevor driving that all black right there. Please, drivers, no radios over the rail, Trevor. All right, we got John, Chris, Trevor, and TJ. That's your running order. All right, John out front on the 139. Chris on a 201. Trevor, 218. TJ, 226. All right, drivers, with 11 laps left. Drivers, 11 laps left.
10 laps
These
left.
are 1RCs. These
9
are the
laps
1RC
left.
late models right there. There's one asphalt late
8
model out
laps
there,
left.
but running on nickel metal hydride batteries. Your race leaders, that
7 laps
white
left.
asphalt late model right there, coming up onto the bridge in the
6
one
laps
spot.
left.
Got Chris in the 2. Chris driving that
5
white
laps left.
and black. We got Trevor with
laps
the black
left.
car. Oh, wait.
3 laps left.
And we got TJ with the black car as well. With 3
2
laps
laps
left
left.
on the clock, drivers. Keep going, keep going. Your name is called done.
Final lap. John
All
Wall
right,
is
your
done.
race leader comes across the line with a
Trevor Bettis done.
141.8.
TJ
Fast
Bowden
lap
done.
3.0.
All drivers are
All
finished.
drivers are done.
race is
Chris is
completed.
done. Trevor's done. TJ's done. John taking that one. 141.8. All right, drivers, coming up next going to be the Euro Truck class. Euro Trucks on the large oval. You guys are up next.
Up next, race number 2. Euro Truck Expert. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Scott Kellum, Jason Hill, TJ Bowden.
All right, if you're not in this or next race, if you can help out on Marshall, that'd be much appreciated. These are Euro Trucks coming
2
up.
minutes to the start of
Euro
the race.
Trucks, probably one of the roughest classes here today. This ought to be pretty interesting. We got the 3 Euro Trucks out there. It's going to be TJ, Jason, and Scott. Yes.
One minute to the start of the race. Jason Hill. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, here we go. We got Scott, Jason, and TJ. Let's get them checked in, drivers. Let's get them checked in.
Jason Hill.
All right, we got Jason checked.
TJ Bowden.
All right, these are Euro Trucks on the Super Oval. These things need some massive wings or something on the back. Probably should have done some of that. Scott, you are not checking. I don't know. You tell me.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Huh? Oh, there you go. Different transponder. That's what it is.
Scott Kellum.
All right, we got Scott all checked in. All right, we got our marshals. 1, 2 marshals. All right, drivers. Keep it smooth, keep it clean. Bridge is hot, drivers. Bridge
Scott
is hot.
Kellum.
First cross line is going to be
Jason
Jason.
Hill.
That's going to be your
TJ Bowden.
your cab over Euro Truck right there, coming up across the line. Oh, totally forgot to change this one. All right, drivers, we are on a lap number 26 now. 26 laps to go. All right, so we got Jason out front, TJ in the 2, Scotty in the 3. Scott in the 3. All right, with 25 laps left, drivers, 25 laps left. All right, we got Jason on a 334, TJ on a 335, Scott on a 348. Ooh, Scott jumps the rail on that one, gets a little bit crossed up, loses a little bit of time. Jason puts him a lap down. Got Jason, TJ, and Scott out front. Those are your 3 Euro trucks. Jason on a 331, TJ now on a 330. TJ taking over that 1 spot now. Scott upside down off the track. All right, we got Jason taking it back right there, 329. TJ on a 329 as well. All right, so it's a battle between the black truck and the red with the silver. All right, TJ coming around right there, coming up under the bridge. TJ looking to take it back. TJ in that 1 spot. TJ and Jason going back and forth with 16 laps, 15 laps left, drivers. We are halfway done, halfway to go. All right, we got Jason, TJ, and Scott. That is your running order. Jason grabbing the draft from Scott right there. TJ runs it a bit wide from that double draft. All right, your race leader right there, Jason. Oh, TJ, your race leader. Down the back straightaway, TJ to 329. Jason on a 330. Pretty evenly matched right there. Jason losing a little bit of time. Here comes TJ down the front straight, coming up under the bridge.
10 laps left.
Sniffing that draft of that cab over black Mercedes right there. TJ 326. Jason on a 329. Scott on a 354. Your race leader right there. Scott runs it a bit wide. Here comes your race leader, that red with the silver in the 1 spot with 8 laps left, drivers. 8 laps left.
7 laps left.
We got TJ, Jason, and Scott. That's your running order.
6 laps left.
All right, Scott able to hold off TJ right there with TJ on a 324. Jason on a 328. Scott on a 352.
4 laps left.
All right, drivers, with less than 4 laps left. Drivers, keep it smooth, keep it clean. Keep going till your name is called done.
Left.
Everyone will still be going. Actually, I'm sorry. Everyone will be going until your race leader finishes the 30th lap.
Final
All right,
lap.
drivers, final lap, drivers, final lap. TJ makes a small mistake right there. But Jason holding on to that number 2 spot. And we got Jason is done. TJ's done. Just waiting on Scott. Scott is done. That is your race drivers. TJ taking that one with a 325. Jason with a 329. And Scott with a 333. All right, drivers, drop your cars. Head back out to Marshall. Up next, we got midgets. Midgets up next.
Up next, race number 3. 1 RC Midget. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Rchq, John Wallace, Scott Kellum, TJ Bowden, Joe Mikaitis.
How's that? How's that? Take a look at that. Oh, here. Here. Look. Yeah? All right, race 3, 1 RC midgets. You guys are up. It's going to be 5 of you. It's going to be Tony, John, Scott, TJ, and Joe. All right, if I can get some volunteer marshals, it'd be much appreciated. Any volunteer marshals? This one's going to be a quick one. 30 laps of 1 RC midgets.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
All All right, this is our biggest class of the night right here. It's going to be the 1RC midgets. Go ahead and get them warmed up, Jarvis. Get them warmed up. Wait for our marshals.
Racer
Let's get them all
X.
checked in as well. Got Tony checked. Joe checked.
John Wallace. TJ Bowden.
All right, I'll stop. I'll stop. I need Scott by himself.
Scott Kellum.
All right, hold on just a second. All right, 1 second lap times.
1 minute to the start
All right,
of the
drivers.
race.
Do you guys want laps or on your first pass? All right, drivers. Bridge is hot, drivers. Bridge is hot. Your clock will start as you come across the line. All right, John. Tony on a 140.2, 136.6 now from Tony. Tony driving that yellow. We got John now out front driving the high vis. All right, drivers. John out front, 145.7, 146.8 now. Tony on 159. Joe on a 205. TJ on a 226. Scott on a 324. Oh, your race leaders right there getting tangled up. All right, John out front, 147.6. That's going to be your high vis in the one spot. Oh, John gets tangled up. Tony right now up on the back. That's going to be, well, that's going to move Joe up the field. So we got John and Joe dicing it up right there. John in the one spot, Joe in the two. Tony in the 3, TJ in the 4, Scott in the 5. All right, drivers,
10
keep it
laps
smooth, keep it
left.
clean. This is the first round of qualifying. John out front with a
9 laps left.
151.2. Joe with a 158.3.
8 laps left. 7 laps left.
All right, looks like Scott's going to need an intervention
laps
with some
left.
super glue.
5 laps left.
All right, with 5 laps left, drivers John,
4 laps
Tony,
left.
Joe, TJ, Scott. That's your running order.
3
Oh,
laps
Tony
left.
grabs a rail right there. That's going to put Joe
2
up into
laps
that
left.
3 spot now. Oh, 2 spot now. Oh, John gets tangled up. Oh, John coming across the line right there with
Final
2 laps
lap.
left. John's still barely holding on to it. Tony
John
closing
Wallace
that
done.
gap. Tony upside
TJ
down.
Bowden done.
Tony grabs a
Joe
rail.
Gatis done.
John takes it. John is
Racer
done.
X done.
Joe is done.
All drivers are finished.
Tony's
Scott
done.
Kellum
TJ done. Scott done.
The
That's
race is
going to be
completed.
John, Joe, Tony. That's your 1, 2, and 3. John with 152.2. Joe 155.9. Tony 156.9. All right, drivers, coming up next going to be 12 scale. 12 scale is up next.
Up next, race number 4. GT 12-21.5. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Racer X. Doug Vaughn. James Johnson. Two minutes to the start of the race. James Johnson. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Racer X. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Rob Allen.
All right, we got one last-minute entry right there. It's going to be Rob Allen driving that 3D printed car. Pull it over by TJ. You can fix that wing. Just straighten it out. If you need to trim it, the trim is in the normal spot. Yeah. It's even better now. It's got a servo that costs twice as much. All right. Looks like Doug not going to make this round. All right, drivers. You going to make this one, Doug? No? All right, guys, this is going to be a 30-lap race. All right, Doug making his way down.
Doug Vaughn.
All right. All right, looks like we got all of our racers ready for this one. We've got a last-minute entry, the VHF of Rob Allen. All right, you guys good? You guys need laps? Need laps? All right, drivers. Looks like everybody is ready. You ready, Doug? All right, drivers. Bridge is hot, drivers. Bridge is hot. Your clock starts.
Doug Vaughn.
Your clock
James
starts
Johnson.
as you come across the line.
Rob Allen.
All right, Rob out there, right there, coming across the line. So we got Doug, James, Tony, and Rob. That's your running order. All right. Oh, James getting a little bit of a body rub right there. So we got Doug out front on a 307, James on a 309, Tony on a 315, and Rob on a 341. All right, car is looking a little bit loose right there. Not quite sure what's going on. Mash the throttle, Rob. More throttle. More throttle, more grip. Oh, Doug taking out the boss right there. All right, Tony out front. James in the 2, Doug in the 3, Rob in the 4. Tony on a 257, Doug on a 3 flat, James 3 flat, Rob on a 334. All right, drivers, your race leader. That's going to be Tony out in the front right there, 255. Tony getting tangled up right there through the dogleg section. You got Tony, Doug, James, and Rob. That's your running order. Doug putting the move on JJ right there. JJ getting a little bit squirrely too. Looks like JJ losing a little bit of grip. All right, we got 13 laps left, drivers. 12 laps as they come across. Tony, Doug, James, and Rob. That's your running order. All right, Tony holding it down right there on a 254. Doug
left.
catching right up there. 7/10s back on a 253. Tony on a 253. 2/10s
9
now.
laps left.
Tony grabs that dog leg once again. That's going to put Doug out in the one spot now. 253.
8 laps left.
Oh, whoa, whoa. All right, Doug still
7 laps left.
Doug out front now. Tony in that 2 spot. James in the 3. Rob in the 4.
6 laps left. 5
All right,
laps
we're
left.
going to need to find some traction compound for Rob.
4 laps left.
I know a place that sells it.
3 laps left.
All right, we got Doug out front with 2 laps left, drivers. 2 laps left. Doug gets tangled
laps
up with
left.
Tony.
Final lap.
Oh,
Doug Von Dunn.
all right. Doug is done. Tony's
Racer X
done.
James Johnson done.
James done. Rob
All
is done.
drivers
That
are
is your race
finished.
drivers. Doug taking
Rob
down with
Allen done.
251. Tony
The
with a
race is completed.
256. All right, coming up next, going to be asphalt late models, 1RCs on the Super Oval. 1RCs on the Super Oval. You guys are up next.
Up next, race number 5. 1RC Alm. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is TJ Bowden, Racer X, Chris Peel, Joe Michaelis. Joe Michaelis. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Chris Peel.
All right, asphalt late models. You guys are up. I got 4 drivers in this one. Tony going to be in this one, I think.
TJ Bowden. One minute to the start of the race.
All right, give Tony a little bit of time right there. Tony making his way through. All right, I got 1, 2.
45
all right.
seconds to the start of the race.
John, you gonna hook it up
Racer
over there,
X.
John? You gonna hook it up over there? You good? Thank you. All right.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, guys, this is the final qualifier, round number 1. It's going to be TJ, Tony, Chris, and Joe. Tony coming off of a GT12. It's going to
seconds
be a
to the
little
start
bit
of the
different
race.
driving this thing around. All right, you guys all ready? Let's roll them out, drivers. Roll them out. Oh, whoa, whoa. All right, drivers, I'm going to give you guys one more lap as TJ comes across. We're going to get this bridge hot. Oh, caution on the straight, drivers. Caution on the straight. Oh. All right, spread them out. Well, I guess not spread them out. All right, drivers. Bridge is hot, drivers. Bridge is hot. We got TJ, Tony, Chris, and Joe. That is your entries for this 30-lap qualifying round. Let's see who we got coming across the line. First, we got Chris on a 308, Tony on a 308, TJ on a 317, Joe on a 327. All right, so we got Chris 308. That's going to be that yellow with the red in the 1 spot. Wonder Woman. Oh, sorry, it's going to be Tony with the all yellow in the 2 spot. Oh, let's see, that's going to put TJ now. TJ driving Wonder Woman right there down the back straightaway. That all clear car. All right, so we got Chris with the yellow and red. TJ with the Wonder Woman. Tony with the all yellow. And then we got Joe with the green and black. All right, that's your 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chris on a 312. TJ on a 318. And make sure that the lap times, yep, minimum lap time set. All right, so we got Tony now up front. Chris drop a lap? Oh, Tony double counting right there. I'm not sure what happened to Tony right there. All right, so we got Chris out front, TJ in the 2, Joe in the 3, Tony in the 4 spot. All right, Chris on a 312, TJ on a 326. TJ having a really bad lap right there. 11 seconds, TJ. Huh? Oh,
Ronnie
okay.
Ewan. Hey, y'all.
All right, Chris, TJ, Joe, Tony, that's
10
your running
laps
order.
left. Nine laps left.
All right, drivers, you heard Lady Lion. 9 laps left. Chris on a 313, TJ on a 326.
8 laps left.
Joe on a 338. And Tony on a...
7
Oh,
laps
Tony's
left.
out. Oh, TJ rolls it.
6 laps left.
Oh, man.
5 laps left. 4 laps left. 3 laps
All right,
left.
drivers, we have 3 laps left. We got Chris out front, 312. TJ, 334. Joe, 338. Tony
laps
out of
left.
this one. So we got yellow, Wonder Woman, and the green. That's your 1, 2,
Final
and
lap.
3. As time, this is your last lap, drivers. Finish your laps, drivers. Finish your laps.
Chris Peel done.
Chris is done. Everyone else is still alive.
Joe McCade is done.
All right,
All
TJ
drivers
is
are
done.
finished.
That is your race drivers.
TJ Bowden done.
Chris taking out
The
on
race is completed.
313. All right, drivers, it is 6:35. We're going to get going again at 6:45. 6:45 is going to be round 2. Hey, Tony, can you hand me the sheet? The heat sheet? Just the sheet. Thank you.
Up next, race number 1.
All right, guys, we're going to
One
get
RC late
round
model.
2 at
Heat
6:45.
1 of 1.
Drivers, round 2,
Race order
6:45.
is
Is that enough
John
time?
Wallace, Chris
Yeah,
Peel,
yeah. 10
Trevor
minutes.
Bettis,
All right.
TJ Bowden. Nine
All
minutes
right,
to the
guys,
start of
round
the race.
2 at 6:45 is going to be John, Chris, Trevor, and TJ. That's going to be race number 1 at 6:45. And don't crash.
8 minutes to the start of the race. Seven minutes to the start of the race. Six minutes to the start of the race. Five minutes to the start of the race. Four minutes to the start of the race. 3 minutes to the start of the race. Two minutes to the start of the race. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Trevor Bettis.
All right, it must be just about time. All right. All right, so let's
Chris
see.
Steele.
Let's see. I need some marshals. That's going to be our Asphalt late model
John
drivers and some volunteers. Please come out and marshal. Definitely need some volunteer marshals. All right, I got a couple of volunteer marshals. It's going to be on our infield. It's going to be a 30 lapper. Let me adjust that to minimum lap time. Chris Peel doing some sub 3 second laps right there.
TJ Bowden.
All right, all right. We are set on this one. All right, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got all 4 drivers in. You guys all ready? All right, Marshall's ready. Bridge is hot, drivers. Bridge is hot. All right, looks like TJ went from way too much grip to not enough grip. Oh, caution coming up onto the bridge. I need a marshal. All right, looks like Trevor getting tangled up right there. We got Chris out front, 133. John on 138. Fast lap from Chris Peel right there, 2.96. Back on lap number 4. All right, working lap number 10. 20 laps to go, drivers. 20 laps left. Lots of laps. All right, caution coming up onto the bridge. Oh, we got a dead car right there. Caution. All right, Chris on a 132. John on a 135. All right, so let's see. We got Chris driving the white and black. John driving the white and red. All right, Chris on a 133. John on a 135.
9 laps left.
This is the fast of the fast guys right there. They're
laps
doing 2.9 second laps. Oh, we got TJ with a 2.8.
7 laps left.
I don't know about
6
that.
laps left. 5 laps left.
Yeah, TJ must have got like tangled up
4
in the
laps
bridge.
left. 3 laps left.
All right, TJ's got absolutely no steering.
2 laps left.
Whatever you did to that thing, TJ, go back.
Final lap.
All right, final lap, drivers, final lap.
Chris Peel done.
Chris is
John
done.
Wallace
John
done.
takes that one on the last lap right
drivers have
there.
finished. TJ Bowden
35-2.
done.
And Chris is
Trevor Bettis
35-7.
The race is completed.
Oh, equal fast laps, too. 2.944, 2.944.
Up next, race number 2.
All right, up next, Euro Trucks. You guys are up next. Euro Trucks up next. That's going to be TJ, Jason, and
Hill.
Scott.
Scott Kellum. Two minutes to the start of the race.
All right. Coming up next, it's going to be those Euro Trucks. TJ, Jason, and Scott. You guys are up.
Jason Hill.
All right, let me get, let's see, Chris and Trevor out to Marshall, please. Chris and Trevor out to Marshall, please. Chris is already out there. Trevor going to take his spot over there on the left side. All right, caution.
1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, waiting on TJ and Scott. Let's get them checked in.
Scott Kellum. 30 seconds to the start of the race. 15 seconds to the start of the race.
TJ, you need to trim that thing to the left a little bit, man. All right, all right. Unfortunately, I got TJ without a check there. All right, let's see if TJ checks this time.
TJ Bowden.
TJ is checked. All right, you guys ready? Keep them rolling, drivers. Keep them rolling. Let's see. I'm gonna let Jason pass, and then we're gonna get this bridge hot. Actually, all right. Bridge is hot, drivers. Bridge is
TJ
hot.
Bowden.
Scotty across
Jason
the line
Hill.
first. TJ across the line.
Scott Kellum.
And Jason across the line. All right, let's see. We got Scott on a 312. TJ on a 338. Jason on a 339. All right, Scott out front. 313 coming from Scott. Fast lap 6.4. All right, we got Scott out front. Jason in a 2, TJ in a 3. Scott on a 315, Jason 324. And TJ on a 324 as well now. Looks like Scott. Oh, Scott grabs a rail right there going into NASCAR 1. All right, that's going to allow TJ right there. I see TJ on a 319, Scott on a 322. All right, TJ on better than TQ pace at the moment. 320. Scott on a 323. Jason on a 324. Jason up to the 2 spot now. Scott back up to the 2. So we got Jason and Scott right there within a thousandth of a second of each other. Ooh, Scott puts it on his side. All right, everything was looking good for Scott in the first half of the race. Uh-oh. Looks like Scotty's got a body tuck. Back up. There you go. Go. Anytime you have a body tuck, just go backwards. It'll most likely untuck it. All right, 13 laps left. TJ out front, 319 pace right there, about 6 seconds better than his previous TQ. Going into the mains later on this evening. I think mains will probably be running right around 7:30 at this
10 laps
rate.
left.
All right, we got TJ, Jason, and Scott. 1RC Midgets coming up
9
next.
laps left.
All right, less than 9 laps.
8 laps
8
left.
laps left, drivers. We got TJ out front, Jason in a 2, Scott in a 3. So we got both TJ and Jason, both better than TQ pace. TJ puts
7
it on his
laps
side
left.
right there, loses a whole lap. Let's see what that's going to do to the field. That's going to put Jason out front on a 320.
6 laps
Scott
left.
on a 341. TJ, TJ loses
5
his
laps left.
transponder. All right, looks like operator error on that one.
4 laps left.
All right, we got Jason out front now, 321. Jason looking on
3
better than
laps left.
TQ pace at the moment. Come from that black cab over Mercedes down the
2
back
laps
straightaway
left.
in that 1 spot. Scott in the 2, TJ out of this one.
Final lap. Jason Hill done.
All right, Jason is done.
All drivers are
Scott is
finished.
done. Jason
Scott
takes
Kellum
it with
done.
the new TQ
The race is completed.
3:21.6. All right, coming up next, 1RC Midgets. 1RC Midgets, you guys are up next. But that fast lap of TJ, though, 6.0. Scott with a 6.1. I think Scott might have been sandbagging on that
Up
first
next,
round.
Race number 3. 1RC Midget. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is John Wallace, Joe Michaelis, Racer X, TJ Bowden.
All right,
Scott
coming
Kellum.
up, it's going to be John, Joe, Tony, TJ, and Scott. 1RCs, you guys are up. All right, if you were in that last race, please come out to Marshall. That's going to be Jason, and a
2
volunteer would be
minutes to
much
the start of the
appreciated.
race.
Any volunteer marshals would be much appreciated.
Joe Michaelis, Racer X.
All right, Doug, get it ready, Doug. You're in the next race.
Scott Kellum.
You get some CA on that, Scott? Yeah?
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, so I got Joe, Tony, and Scott checked in, waiting on
Wallace.
TJ. John
45
checked
seconds
in.
to the start of the race. Thirty seconds to the
chop.
start of the race.
All right, we're just waiting on TJ to transfer over that transponder.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, Tony looking pretty good right there. Scott looking pretty good. All right, this is Scott's first 1RC race weekend right here. Opting for that that inside oval midget. All right. All right, let's get TJ checked.
TJ Bowden.
All right, everyone is checked. You guys all ready? All right, Jarge Bridge is hot. Jarge Bridge is hot. Oh, pile up right there coming out of 4. All right, out early. We got John. Now Joe, 134. Joe on a 137. Better than TQ pace right there. Is that a proper lap? 2-1, Joe? All right, we got John out front on a 37.8. Joe on a 43.9. Tony 46.10. All right, your race leader right there, John on a 40.2. Joe on a 44.1. Tony 47.8. All All right, got Tony with a 2.9 right there.
10 laps left. 9 laps left. 8 laps left. 7 laps left. 6 laps left.
All right, John on a 142.4.
5 laps left.
5
4
laps
laps
left. Tony in
left.
that 2 spot. Joe in the 3.
3 laps left. 2 laps left.
All right, your race leader right there, taking that wide line.
Final lap.
Avoiding traffic. Holding on right there.
John Wallace done.
John takes that one,
Racer X done.
42.2. Tony with a
TJ Bowden
44.6.
All drivers are finished.
And Joe
Scott Kellum done.
out of
The
this
race is
one.
completed.
All right, Joe finishing that 3rd spot. All right, John taking that TQ, 142.2. All right, coming up next, GT12. GT12, you're up next.
Up next, race number 4. GT12-21.5. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Doug Vaughn, Racer X, James Johnson, Rob Allen. Two minutes to the start of the race.
All right, GT12. GT12 is up.
James Johnson.
Orange. Go ahead and throttle. Throttle. Throttle.
Doug Vaughn. 1 minute
Hold
to the
it.
start of the race.
Okay. All right, so we got Doug checked.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Rob Allen.
Just roll it slow, roll it slow. You got to roll the race line, roll the race line. All right, you should be able to pick it up now.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Tony. Oh, Tony's right there. Better?
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, Tony making his way through. What's happening, Phil? Did you bring your drifter? You not doing some night drifting tonight? All right, we got Tony making his way to the track right now.
Racer X.
All right, you guys all ready? All right, drivers, as Tony comes across, bridge is hot, drivers, bridge is hot.
Racer X.
It's going to be JJ across the line.
James
Tony
Johnson.
across the line as well. Doug
Rob
across the line. Everyone is across. All right, drivers, keep it smooth, keep it clean. We got JJ out front. Rob in the 2 spot. Doug in the 3, Tony in the 4. Oh, Tony piles it up right there. It's going to be JJ, Rob, Doug, Tony. That's your running order. JJ on a 236, Rob on a 239, Doug on a 239 as well. Tony on a 320. All right, caution on the left side. All right, let's see who's going to be out front now. It's going to be Doug out front. Rob in that 2 spot. James in the 3, Tony in the 4. All right, looks like Rob finding his stride right there. Rob sitting in that 2 spot. Fast lap, 5.1. We got JJ with a 5.9, though. JJ driving that 55 tooth pinion right there. All right, we got Doug out front, 5.1. Rob with a 5.08. Rob finding that hot lap right there. Also finding the rail inside of NASCAR 4 with 15 laps left. Drivers, 15 laps. We got Doug, Rob, James, and Tony. All right, this is going to set the pace, set the grid for the main. All right, so we got Doug, JJ now up to that 2 spot. Rob in the 3, Tony in the 4. Hot lap now from Doug, 5.06. JJ with a 5.07. Rob with a 5.08. Tony with a 5.35. All right, drivers, we're coming up on 10 laps left. Drivers, 10 laps left. We got Doug, 2.38. James, 2.44. Rob, 2.44. Half a second separating JJ and Rob right there. That's going to be that high-vis yellow down the front straight and the orange down the front
7
straight.
laps left. 6 laps
All
left.
right, Rob looking to make a move on Tony. Not able to make it stick
5
right
laps
there.
left.
We got Doug, JJ, Rob, Tony. All right, Rob falling
4
8
laps
tenths
left.
back right there.
3 laps left.
All right, with 3 laps left, we got Doug 238, JJ 242, Rob 243, Tony 301.
Final lap.
All right, drivers, final lap right there as you come across. All right,
Doug
keep going,
done.
drivers. Doug is done,
James
JJ's
Johnson
done, Tony's
Rchq
done,
done.
and Rob is done. That
All
is your
drivers
race
are
drivers.
finished.
Doug taking
Rob
that
Allen
one with a
done.
new TQ,
The race is
238.2. JJ 242, Rob 243, Tony 243. All right, but Rob taking that fast lap right there. Hot lap, Rob, 5.026. All right, coming up next,
Race number
Asphalt
5.
Late Models. Asphalt
RC
Late
all.
Models, you guys are up
One
next.
of 1. Race order is Chris Peel, TJ Bowden, Joe Michaelis, Racer X. Two minutes to the start of the race. Joe Michaelis.
All right, Asphalt Late Models, you guys are up. Asphalt Late Models, you guys are up next. Rob, do you want more? Do you want
TJ
full charge
Bowden.
battery or leave it the same? All right, ALMs, you guys are up. It's going to be the final qualifier here tonight. Let's get this show on the road.
1
I got
minute to the start
TJ
of the
checked,
race.
Joe checked, waiting on Chris and Tony.
Chris Peel. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Racer X.
All right, looks like we got two drivers ready. All right, you guys all
30
ready?
seconds to the start of the
All
race.
right, roll them, drivers, roll them. I'll give you guys one pass. All right, drivers, bridge is hot, drivers, bridge is hot. Oh, Tony spins it. Caution on the backside. All right, where's our marshals? I need my marshals. Thank you very much, JJ. All right, Joe out front, 236. TJ with a 309 right there. TJ on TQ pace, driving that Wonder Woman car. Chris in the 2 spot, Joe in the 3, Tony in the 4. All right, with 25 laps left, 5 down, 25 to go. TJ on a 306. Chris on a 310. Joe on a 330. Tony on a 608. Tony having a rough start. It looks like Tony's body's partially off right there. Tony's got some tweak going right there. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, Tony pulls it. He's pulling it. All right, out front now we got Chris, 310. TJ must have made a massive mistake there. I see a 9-second lap. It's gonna be Chris, 310. TJ 316. All right, Chris, better than TQ pace at the moment. Let's see, it's going to be that yellow with the red down the back straightaway in that 1 spot. Wonder Woman in the 2. Oh, Joe pulls right out in front of Wonder Woman. See, TJ, you couldn't even see it. It was invisible. Joe didn't even see it. All right, we got TJ sniffing the draft right there. Chris Pio, oh, grabs a rail, cuts it a little bit short right there. Oh, definitely. And we got Joe there to save the day. So we got Chris on a 311, TJ on a 325, Joe on a 335. Oh, Joe comes up short, puts it on his roof, but gets back on all 4s. Oh, we got TJ out there doing wheelies with Wonder Woman. We got Chris out front, TJ in a 2, Joe in a 3. All right, Wonder Woman down the back straightaway in that 2 spot, but we got yellow and red of Chris Peel in the 1. Coming up under the bridge, Chris working his way through. Wonder Woman under the bridge now. Joe in the 3 spot.
9 laps left.
All right, Jared, so less than 10 on the clock. We got Chris, TJ, and Joe.
8 laps
Chris,
left.
about a second better than TQ pace at the moment. That yellow with the red, working at 312.3.
7 laps left.
TJ on a 320. Joe on a 334.
6 laps left.
All right, your race leader right there coming up under the bridge. Working 3 and 4 down the front straightaway with 5 laps left. Drivers now 4 laps left on the clock.
4 laps
got
left.
Chris on a 312, TJ 319, 318, Joe 332. Oh,
3 laps
TJ
left.
grabs that rail, comes up extremely short right there.
2 laps left.
Oh, we got Joe off his rail
Final
right
lap.
there. All right, looks like TJ gonna work some draft. Gonna get this thing set up for the
Chris Peel done.
final
TJ
race
Bowden
right
done.
there.
All
TJ
drivers
with a
are
lot of
finished.
motor.
Joe McCade is done.
All right, Chris is done.
The race
TJ
is
done.
completed.
Joe is done. That is your race drivers. Chris takes that one 312.4. Yeah, it's just the body protector.
Up next, race number 1. Euro Truck Expert. A main. Race order is Jason Hill, TJ Bowden, Scott Kellum.
All right, drivers, we're going to start racing at 7:30. 7:30, is that enough time? 7:30. All right, we're going to do the same order. 1RC late model, then Euro Truck, then midgets, then 21.5, then asphalt late model.
Up next, race number 1. 1RC late model. A main. Race order is John Wallace, Chris Peel, Trevor Bettis, TJ Bowden.
All right, guys, mains are posted. Drivers, mains are posted. Race number 1 at 7:30. That's going to be John, Chris, Trevor, and TJ. Race number 1.
12 minutes to the start of the race. "11 minutes to the start of the race. "10 minutes to the start of the race. "9 minutes to the start of the race. "8 minutes to the start of the race. 7 minutes to the start of the race. Trevor Bettis. Six minutes to the start of the race. Five minutes to the start of the race. Four minutes to the start of the race. Three minutes to the start of the race. 2 minutes to the start of the race. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, all right. Race number 1. I think we're going to run this one for 100 laps, huh? No, 100 laps on the
15
small
seconds
oval.
to the start of the race.
This is the inside oval race. All right. Late models, you guys are up. Late models on the infield. It's going to be a 100-lap race. Unless there's anyone that doesn't want to do 100 laps. You good for 100, John? All right. You good for 100? Oh, it'll make it. It's 100 laps. 100 laps, that's like 5 minutes. All right, it was a close one in qualifying. John barely taking that one from Chris. All right, I need marshals. I need any volunteer marshals would be much appreciated. Coming up next is Rchq. Make sure your car's ready, Jason. Your Rchq's ready? All right, perfect. All right, if I can get marshals, please. Marshals,
John
please.
Wallace.
What's up, Aaron? What are you looking for? Uh-oh. All right. All right, I got marshals. Let's get them checked. I'm just waiting on TJ. Yeah, we're going to start them on the back straight. You guys okay starting on the back straight?
TJ Bowden.
All right, TJ is checked. All right, so it's going to be John, Chris, Trevor, and TJ. You guys got them all lined up? Trevor third. TJ, all right. All right, drivers ready. Marshals ready. We're racing. 1RC late models, 100 laps on the tone. All right, nice clean start. We got John and Chris right there going door to door, working their way around. Chris moves up the inside right there, pushes John to the wall. That's going to put TJ now Oh, so, oh, oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. No, yeah, Chris out front still. John in the 2. All right, so we got Chris and John. The 2 white cars. One's a late model, one's an asphalt. Oh, we got TJ pulling it. Huh? An asphalt? All right. We got Chris, John, Trevor, TJ out of this one. TJ pulling it. We got Chris holding it down, 5:39. John with a 5:42. We got John with a hot lap right there, 2.86. All right, so we got that white late model and the white asphalt late model working their way around. We got the Trevor in between the 2 right there. Trevor's got his car working pretty darn good. I'm thinking that John and Chris right there lending a hand to Trevor, getting his car all set up. Now we got your race leader, Chris, out front, 5:26. John in the 2, 5:30, 7/10, separating first and second right there. So we got that late model and the asphalt late model. The 2 white cars working their way around. John trying to close that gap right there, 6/10, separating first and second. Looks like Chris trying to hold off John right there as he comes up on the backside of Trevor. Trevor, that's your race leaders. John closes right up to the backside right there, looking for a draft. But there's not enough speed right there. Looks like Chris going to be stretching it out just a little bit. Chris keeping that nice tight lines. That's your race leaders coming up behind you, Trevor. All right, Trevor stepping aside right there. Oh, John gets turned around right there. John losing a lap. Just on that quick turnaround right there, it's going to put Chris out front, 5:24. John on a 5:36, 4.5 seconds, separating first and second. With your race leader right there, Chris, fast lap, 2.854, coming from that white and black late model. Your race leader right there coming up around on the backside, on the front side once again. It's going to be Chris, John, and Trevor. That's your running order. Working lap number 49. All right, drivers, lap number 50. 50 laps left on the clock. Your race leader, that's going to be Chris out front. John in the 2, Trevor in the 3. All right. John right there hanging on to the backside of Chris as they work their way through, coming out of 3 and 4. John getting tangled up with Trevor. Trevor going door to door with John Wallace right there as they work their way through. Chris grabs a rail. Chris loses half a lap, over half a lap right there. That's going to put John right back on the backside of him. All right, looks like we got Trevor racing it up right there. Chris, looks like John makes the pass. Chris takes it back. Got some inside-outside moves right there, working their way around. So we got John and Chris right there working their way. Looks like John stretching that lead out just a little bit now with 35 laps left on the clock right there. John gets tangled up a little bit with Trevor. All right, that's going to allow Chris to close that gap now. Chris, within 0.6 of a second, with 30 laps left, there's still lots and lots of time. Anything can happen here in 1RC Oval. We got John out front, taking that little bit of a wide line, carrying that speed. We got Chris right there working his way through. Oh, Trevor gets flipped upside down. That's going to put, Chris grabs the rail right there, gets stuck. That's going to allow John to put a lap up on Chris right there as they work their way through. All right, fast lap from John, 2.825. Chris with a 2.854. Trevor with a 3.2. Trevor hangs it up in front of John right there. That's going to allow Chris to take his lap back. Chris going to try and stretch that lead now. John gets tangled up. This is going to be your 1-2 battle with 14 laps left, drivers. It's going to be that asphalt late model and the late model, the 2 white cars battling it out for the win. Chris moves into the 1 spot now. John grabs the rail, comes up just a little bit short. Chris up into the 1 spot now. John in the 2. It's going to be Chris on a 5:28. John on a 5:30 pace. Left. 1 second separating first and second. Chris comes up, puts the move on Trevor. gets by. Here
6
comes
laps
John
left.
looking for the momentum right there with
5 laps
5
left.
laps left on the clock, drivers. John
4
closing
laps
it up
left.
to within 0.8 of a second
3
between
laps
first
left.
and second right there. So now we got Chris
2 laps
and
left.
John half a second with 2 laps to go, drivers. John right
Final
up
lap.
on the backside. Chris looks like his battery's dumping just a
Steele
little
done.
bit as they come
John
across the
Wallace
line.
done.
It's going to be
All
Chris
drivers have
takes that
finished.
one.
Trevor
John in
Bettis
the
done.
2.
The race is completed.
Chris taking that one with a 5:27.6. John with a 5:27.9. I'm
Up
going to
next,
need
race number 2.
Chris, John, and
Rchq
Trevor to
expert.
the winner's circle,
Amen.
please. Chris, John, and
Race
Trevor,
order is
winner's circle, please.
Jason Hill, TJ Bowden, Scott Kellum.
Hold on, I got to go get my phone. Can you go get my phone? It's on the bench. All right. Winner's circle, please.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
Very good racing, drivers. Very good racing. All right, thank you guys very much. Thank you very much. All right, coming up next, going to be 1 hour. No, sorry, it's going to be Euro Trucks. Euro Trucks, you guys are up next. Euro Trucks. That's going to be Jason, TJ, and Scott. So I was perusing Facebook earlier today, and come to find out that Scott Kellum also prefers to be called Scotty. So now we got 2 Scotties.
1 minute to the start of the race.
So since Scotty's not here, we're going to call Scott Scotty today. All right, so we got Jason, TJ, and Scotty out on track right there. Let me get my marshals from the last race, please. If you're not in this one, please come out to Marshall.
45
I need
seconds to the
Chris
start
and
of the
Trevor.
race.
We got Chris and Trevor.
Scott Kellum.
I need you to marshal. All right, we got Scotty checked in.
30 seconds to the start of the race. Jason Hill.
We got Jason checked in. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy, easy.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
You gonna make it, TJ?
TJ
Letting
Bowden.
everybody burn their batteries up. New roof? Oh, on the house. Nice. All right, finally got TJ checked. Uh-oh. All right, let's get him lined up on the straightaway. It's going to be Jason on pole. Right there. All right, perfect. All right, you guys pretty happy with that lineup right there? I got one marshal, two marshals. All right, driver's ready. Marshal's ready. Hold on a second. I got to change this. All right, drivers, this is going to be 50 laps. Change the music. You don't like Joan Jett? Joan Jett was hot. All right, how are we looking at that? Is that good? No? Oh, wait. How about that? No? Too laid back? Hold on. Hold on. All right, drivers. 50 laps of Rchq. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. We're racing on the tone. All right, nice clean start right there. TJ grabs the rail. We got 1, 2, and 3 all together, working our way up under the bridge. It's going to be red and silver, red and blue, and then the black truck right there. TJ grabs the rail, goes from the top to the basement right there. TJ working his way around, trying to catch up to that lead group. Oh, it looks like Scotty takes Jason to the wall right there. Let's TJ up to the front now. So we got red and silver, black and red and blue. That's your 1, 2, and 3. TJ about half a lap up right now on Scotty, your third place driver. All right, so we got red and silver, and we got, TJ dumps it right there. Oh, man. What was that? Oh, that's my transponder system. Jesus. Can you bring that here to me? I cannot believe that Scotty just killed my my timing bridge. All right, we got Jason out front, Scott in the 2. And TJ in that 3 spot with 40 laps. That's 10 laps in. All right, we got Scott still out front. All right, with 35 laps left, drivers, 35 laps left. Scott out front, Jason in that 2 spot. All right, fast lap by Scott, 6.07. All right, 33 laps left, drivers, 33 laps left. Keep it smooth, keep it clean. All right, drivers, your race leader. It's going to be Scott out front. Jason in that 2 spot. 3:10 separating the second and third. All right, Scott holding on to it. Jason looking to take down that 1 spot. TJ dropping out of this one. Not quite sure what happened to TJ's truck, but it went from hero to 0 in a couple of corners. All right, we got Scott on that fast lap right there, 6.0. Jason, 6.3. Scott stretching out his lead right there. Jason dropping back now, 1.7 seconds, separating first and second. Looks like Scott's truck, or Scott himself, is actually settling down. See you, Garth. Have a good night. Drive safe. All right, see you tomorrow. All right, Scotty out front. Jason in that 2 spot. TJ in the 3. Oh, TJ's out of this one. All right, Scott still holding it down with 17 laps left. Driver, 17 laps left. Scott on a 5:45 pace. Jason on a 5:51. 3.5 seconds separating first and second. Looks like Jason looks like dropping back and settling into that 2 spot. Oh, runs wide. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Jason dead in the water right there. All right, so it's going to be Scott still out front. All right. All right, Scott with 11 laps left. All right, Scott, let's see if he can hot lap it, Scott.
10 laps left.
It's only you on track. You are the race winner, but you still got to finish. Oh,
9 laps
my
left.
Goodness.
Eight laps left.
All right, no pressure, Scott. Everyone is watching. All
7
right,
laps
Scott out
left.
front. Jason gonna settle for that 2 spot. TJ gonna settle for the 3.
6 laps left. Five laps left. Four laps left.
All right, Scott with 3 laps left. Let's
laps
see
left.
if Scott can do it with 3 laps without a rail. Oh, no. 2 laps without a rail? How about 2 laps? 1
2 laps left.
and 2.
Final lap.
One more lap. One more lap. Scott across the line right there.
All
Scott
drivers are
takes
finished.
it 5:55.
Scott Kellum done. The
All
race
right,
is
need Scott,
completed.
Jason, and TJ to the winner's circle, please.
Up next, race number 3. 1 RC Midget. A main. Race order is John Wallace,
All right, all right.
Racer X,
We
Joe
got Scott,
TJ Baldwin,
Scott,
Kellum.
Jason, and TJ right there, taking that final podium spots. All right, coming up next, going to be 1 RC Midgets. 1 RC Midgets, you guys are up next. Let me double check and make sure that the bridge is still good.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Scotty
Joe Michaelis.
completely obliterated the spare timing system. It was on the rail. You hit the rail. All right, looks like we got Joe checked. Actually, Scott, the main question is why were you inside halfway down the straightaway? All right. John, Tony, Joe, TJ, and Scott, you guys are up.
Racer X. TJ Baldwin. 1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, drivers up next. It's going to be those 1RC Midgets. Pole setter is going to be John Wallace right there.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
42.2 TQ time. Hey, Trevor, can I get you to move the rail
Scott
over?
Kellum.
No, the center rail. Make it match this side of the
30
rail.
seconds to the start of the race.
More. Perfect.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I just need John to check.
John Wallace.
All right, we got them all checked in. You guys all ready? All right, let's get them lined up. It's going to be John on pole, Tony in the 2, Joe in the 3, and Scotty in the 4. All right. Everyone's ready. We got marshals. We got drivers. This is 1RC Midgets, 50 laps on the tone. All right, out early. We got John with Tony in tow. Tony ducks up the inside, side by side. Tony puts it in the rail. John out front. Joe up to that 2 spot now. Tony up to the 2. Tony trying to take it back right there. We got the battle between Joe and Tony all the while. John stretching that lead out. 1 second lead. Working lap number 7. Oh, looks like Scotty gets tangled up right there. John out front. Tony in the 2. Joe in the 3 spot now. Oh, John gets tangled up. John getting his bearings back right there. Tony going to be right up on the backside, about half a lap separating first and second. Now 1.8 seconds separating first and second. All right, drivers. Now Tony now out to the 1 spot. John have a bad lap? All right, I'm looking. Oh, looks like Tony gets tangled up. That's going to put John back out front now. All right, drivers, your race leader right there is going to be John. That high-vis yellow, high-vis, and Tony gets tangled up right there. That's going to allow Joe. It's going to give Joe a chance to catch right back up now. All right, your leaders right there. That's going to be John out front still. Tony in the 2 spot. Tony 3.5 back. It's going to be high vis, then the yellow, then the white. That's going to be John, Tony, and Joe. Scotty with that black and red right there. Scott gets tangled up. Your race leader up under the bridge. All right. Your race leader working 3 and 4 right now. John, Tony, and Joe with 13 laps left. Drivers, caution. All right, Scott doing all kinds of acrobatics right there. Working his way through. All right, we got John,
left.
Tony, and Joe with less than 10
9
on the
laps
clock.
left.
Drivers, less than 10 on the clock.
8
John
laps
on
left.
a 3:04. Tony on a 3:08.
7 laps left.
All right,
6 laps
looks like
left.
Tony and Joe right there
5 laps
trading
left.
some paint.
4 laps left.
All right, drivers are less than 4. We got John, Tony,
3
and
laps
Joe.
left.
That's your running order. John working
laps
his way
left.
through, gets by Joe. Clear track in front of him
Final
with
lap.
less than 1 lap, drivers.
John Wallace
Finish your
done.
laps, drivers. Finish your
Joe
laps.
Makeda's done.
John is done.
All
Tony
drivers
done.
are
Joe's
finished.
done. Scott is done.
Racer
John
X
takes
done.
that one.
Scott Kellum done.
53 flat with
The
an
race
8.
is completed.
All right, I need John, Tony, and Joe to the winner's circle, please.
Up next, race number 4.
All right, John,
GT
Tony, and Joe to the winner's circle,
12-21.5.
please.
A main. Race order is Doug Vaughn, James Johnson, Rob Allen, Racer X.
All right, coming up next, 12 scale, GT12. Can you stand on that
2
side
minutes
or
to
no?
the start of the race.
Is that okay? All right. Thank you guys very much. Thank you very much. Coming up next, 12 scale. You got it, Rob?
James Johnson.
No, not that one. No. Is it on? The radio's on. Is the radio on? Oh, okay.
Get the top one, and then Scott told me, I told Scott he needs to calm down, but
I never use the bottom.
1 minute to the start of the race.
give me my peach body. Our peach body. I'm gonna say our peach body.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah, it's fun. I freaking dig it. I really enjoy the fact that we made it. Oh, absolutely. It's just like, okay, this just takes it up so many.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
We made that far.
Nope. I didn't turn it on.
Oh, my title's already going?
Yes.
"15 seconds to the start of the race.
Perfect time. So these are the mains? Yes. Good. Yeah. It's starting to clear out there already. Well, we've worked late every night so far this week. It's like, gosh, I hope we're not here till 6 o'clock tonight.
How's the drift track looking?
Racer X.
That was absolutely effing.
No. Is there still a lot of people there?
It's starting to thin out. There's a few people. But it was amazing. Oh, God. It was twice what I hoped it would be. So, yeah, it worked. So that effort, the effort that they put in.
All right. GT12. I need some marshals, please. Marshals, please.
Doug Vaughn.
What happened?
Stick the body clip in the hole.
No, we're doing laps. You got to roll the race line, Rob. Roll the race line, then start flogging it. You good, Rob? More gas, more gas. More gas, less brake. All right. Rob is not checked. Why is Rob not checked? Is it on? Is it sticking out of the window? Oh, man. Is it lit? Don't compress it. It has to be one hole up. It's weird that the transponder died. Nope. Is it on? All right. No? If it was turned off, then it wouldn't have any power. Huh. Well, I guess just put it back together. Never fails, never fails. Never fails. All right. Let's get them lined up. It's going to be Doug on pole. Right there in front of you. Perfect. All right. James in the 2. Tony in the 3. Rob in the 3. Tony in the 4. Back up, Tony. All right. Back up, Tony. All right. Oh, too much, Tony. All right. Huh? All right. I think it's F3. All right. All right. Let's see if it works. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. We're racing 50 laps on the tone. Oh, the whole bridge is dead. No, everyone stop. I didn't reset anything. Yep, it's out. All right, somebody check.
Rob Allen.
All right. All right, we're going to try this one more time. All right, driver's ready. Oh, you guys were there? All right, driver's ready. Marshall's ready. We're racing 50 laps on the tone. All right, Doug out to a nice clean start. JJ, Rob, and Tony. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, looks like JJ trying to close that gap to Doug right there. Rob trying to hang with JJ. Rob runs a little bit wide. Tony closes that gap to the number 3 spot. All right, Rob feeling all kinds of pressure right there. Tony putting it on. Doug out front, about a straightaways gap between him and JJ. Rob closing that gap now to JJ, bringing Tony with him. All right, your top 5 or your top 3 right there separated by 2.9 seconds. All right, closest battle is going to be between Rob and Tony. Oh, Tony drops back just a little bit. That's going to allow Rob to chase after JJ. JJ grabs a rail. Rob moves into the 2 spot now. JJ gets all out of shape. Oh, looks like JJ might have popped a damper or a link or something. But looks like his car pretty low in the back. Not quite sure what's going on there. We got Doug out front. Fast lap 5-0. Rob 5-1. Tony 5-2. James 5-1. All right, so we got Doug going door to door with Tony right there. Tony grabs a rail. That's going to allow Rob to be in that 2 spot. 2 seconds separating first and second right there. Rob working his way through. It's like Rob's body a little bit up in the front, but that's okay, because that's going to allow that car to breathe. All right, Doug gets tangled up. Rob runs right into Tony right there. But Rob now looks like just 0.7 seconds separating first and second. It's going to be that white and blue and the peach-colored car, as Rob calls it. Down the back straightaway, or down the back dog leg, we got Doug out front. Rob in the 2 spot. Rob trying to close that gap. Rob, fast lap 5.1. Doug with a 5.005, almost in the 4s. All right, caution, drivers, caution. Keep it smooth, keep it clean. All right, caution on the back straight, caution on the back straight, caution on the back straight. All right, thank you guys very much. That's going to put Doug out front. Oh, JJ with a little bit of a body tuck right there, but runs right through it. All right, so we got Doug now out front, clear track for just a little bit. Tony runs it completely off the outside of the track right there. We got Doug still holding it down, 1.3 seconds up on your number 2 spot, which is that peach car of Rob Allen. JJ in that 3 spot, Tony in the 4. But your lead battle right there, that's going to be that white and blue, followed by the peach car working his way through down the back straightaway. All right, so we got Doug now working 3 and 4, coming out on the front straightaway. Here comes your 2 spot right up behind Tony. Rob grabs a rail. Tony gets a bit squirrely right there. All right, Rob using those rails right there, driving by Braille as he works his way down the back straightaway, bops the wing off. We got Doug still in that 1 spot, 2.4 seconds up on Rob. Rob losing that wing. One of the posts on the wing popping off right there. We got Doug, Rob, James, and Tony. That is your running order. All right, Doug stretching it out right there.
10 laps left.
With 10 laps left on the clock. Doug with a 3.2 second
9 laps
lead
left.
over Rob. Rob now right up on the backside of your number 2 spot.
8 laps left.
Rob pulling that streamer around as he works his way through.
7
Hey,
laps
take note,
left.
Rob. Does it work better without the wing?
6 laps left.
All right, Doug, Rob, James, and Tony. That's your running
5
order.
laps left.
All right, with
4 laps
5
left.
laps left. That's your 1-2 battle. Rob trying not to get
laps
lapped
left.
right there. Sitting in that 2 spot, working his way around. That orange car holding off
2
that
laps
white
left.
and blue with 2 laps left. As they come up under the bridge, it's going to be 1 lap to go. Rob
Final
gets a
lap.
bit squirrely. Rob grabs the rail. Looks like that wing needs
Von
to
done.
be there.
James Johnson done.
All right,
Racer
Doug
X
is
done.
done. Rob is done.
drivers are
James is
finished.
done. Tony's done.
Rob Allen done.
That is your race drivers.
race is
Doug
complete.
taking that one. Rob in the 2, James in the 3. All right, I need Doug, Rob, and James to the winner's circle, please. All right, one last race coming up. That's going to be the Asphalt Late Models. Asphalt Late Models. All right, Doug, Rob, and
next,
James to the winner's
race
circle,
number 5.
please.
1 RC Alm. A main. Race order is Chris Peel, TJ Bowden, Joe Michaelis, Racer X.
All right, let me get Doug, Rob, and James to the winner's circle, please.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
All right. Thank you guys very much. Thank you very much. That was your GT12 class. Coming up, the final race of the night is going to be your 1RC Asphalt Late Models. You guys are up next. All right, guys, final race of the night, asphalt late models. Let's get them
Joe
checked in.
McGinnis. One minute to the start of the race. Racer X.
We got Joe checked, Tony checked.
45
Gonna be
seconds to the start of the
TJ
race.
and Chris
TJ
Peel.
Chris Peel. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, looks like we got Joe is ready. Chris is ready. You guys all ready?
15 seconds to the start of the race.
What do you need, Chris? I got a 1.5 right here. I got a 1.5 right here. Oh. Take your time, Chris. Take your time. It is quite early. All right, Chris. Getting rear-ended right there on the back straightaway, on the front straightaway. Hey, so JJ, how did that 55 work out? It was fast. The speed was there. Yeah. I don't think with the, what did you have on there? 53, 52. Yeah, I don't think it was that fast. Couldn't have been that much. It couldn't have. It could have been. It was probably considerably slower. Just bring it back the next time. I mean, I won't need it again until the next Super Oval. Yeah, but I'm not gonna. What if I'm running the big tires? I don't need it. So the car Rob's driving is a 47 with the big tires. Yeah. All right, Chris, you need a lap? You good? All right, TJ, don't be hitting anybody else. All right, it's going to be Chris, TJ, Joe, Tony. All right, I need a Marshall on the far side. JJ's there. All right, drivers ready. Marshall's ready. We're racing. Final race of the night, 80 laps. Actually, no, it's 50 laps, right? All right, 50 laps on the tone. All right, keep it smooth, keep it clean. Nice clean start right there. Tony gets a little bit squirrely coming through the dog leg. We got, let's see, we got TJ right on the backside of your pole sitter, Chris Peel, out in the one spot. TJ looking to hold on right on the backside of Chris. All right, keep it smooth, keep it clean. No passes right there, TJ. I want to see some inline racing right there, like NASCAR. You have to bump the pass. You have to push through to pass. All right, Chris looking good right there. TJ right up on the backside. TJ working on staying in that draft right there. All right, that's your 1-2 battle, 2-10 separating first and second. A little bit of an accordion effect right there as they come through 1 and 2. TJ runs a little bit wide right there, but runs right up onto the backside of Chris once again. He's got Tony right there, but not in contention. Tony upside down. Oh, caution, 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 caution. All right, thank you very much. Tony upside down. JJ right there to save the day. Oh, TJ biffs it right there, coming out through NASCAR 3. Puts it over the wall. That's going to allow Joe right now to move up from that 2 spot. Oh, huge pileup. Caution coming out of 2. Caution coming out of 2. All right, 2 is clear. So let's see now. It's going to be TJ back up to that 2 spot. Joe back to the 3. We got Joe, Chris still holding it down in that 1 spot, though. All right, I think TJ 8 seconds back. All right, let's see if TJ can make a run to the front there. He's got 30 laps. Oh, TJ gets tangled up. Look ahead, drivers. Look ahead. Down the back straightaway. TJ using all of that speed right there. Chris Peel runs a bit wide. That's going to put TJ right up on the backside, but TJ is a lap back right there. He's going to need to get by Chris and make a run. It's got a Chris Peel tune in it. All right, so we got TJ. Let's see if TJ can unwind the clock right there. 6.3 seconds that last time by. Now 5.9 separating first and second. TJ going to try and roll it back with 24 laps left, drivers. 24 laps left. 5.5 that last time. Now 5.2. Taking 3/10 out of Chris. All right, coming up under the bridge. TJ looking to keep it smooth and clean. Caution, caution. Oh, TJ's right there to marshal up Tony right there. 5.1 seconds now separating first and second. TJ down the back straightaway. Now the front straightaway, about half a lap back now from Chris Peel. 2.4 seconds separating first and second. Looks like Chris getting a little bit of battery dump right there. All right, we got TJ making a move on Joe. Now working his way back up to Chris. All right, TJ looking to get in the draft of Chris right there with 17 laps left, drivers. 16 laps left. All right, 1 second separating first and second, the yellow and Wonder Woman. That's your battle right there, yellow and red and Wonder Woman. Working his way through, TJ closing that gap. TJ holding down that 2 spot, grabs the rail. It's going to get him right up on the backside of Chris now as they work their way down the front straight through 1 and 2, down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. With 1/10 of a second separating first and second. TJ looking for a way by. Oh, puts Chris on his roof right there. TJ stalling it out. That might put Joe up into the 1 spot. Oh, no, that's going to put... yeah, Joe's a lap down. So there's still a battle for 1 and 2. TJ gets tangled up with Tony. That's going to put Chris
9
back
laps
out to
left.
the 1 spot now with 9 laps left. Let's see if TJ can do anything about it. Down the back straightaway
8 laps left.
goes Wonder Woman. Chris down the front straightaway. Here comes TJ. 7 laps
7
left,
laps
driver.
left.
7 laps left. The yellow car with the red in the 1 spot. Wonder Woman in the 2. 1 second lap
6
last time
laps
by.
left.
Now it's going to be 6/10. 6/10 separating first and second. TJ down the
5
back
laps
straightaway. Oh, Chris grabs a rail. We need a Marshall on turn 3.
4 laps left.
All right, that's going to put TJ a lap up. I think TJ should hold off.
3 laps left.
Battle it out with Chris. Oh, Chris looks like Chris dumping quite a bit.
2 laps left.
All right, looks like TJ going to take this one with just 2 laps left, drivers. Wonder Woman down the back straightaway.
Final lap.
Chris Peel with a late race mistake, setting him in that 2 spot. Joe with a green car
TJ
in the
Bowden
3. We
done.
got Tony in the 4.
Joe McCade is done.
TJ is done. Joe's
Racer X
done.
done.
Tony's done.
All drivers
Chris
are
is
finished.
done. That is your race drivers.
Peel done.
TJ
The
takes
race
it
is completed.
with looks like 55:37. All right, all right. I need TJ, Chris, and Joe to the winner's circle, please. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming out to Super Oval Racing. We're doing Super Oval twice a month. All right, immediately following on-road and off-road races, we're doing Super Ovals. Tons of fun. Bring them out. Your 1RCs, your Euro trucks, your 12 scales. Have some fun here on a Wednesday night. It's a pretty light program. We do 2 qualifiers and a main. All right, and this is going to be your 1RC Asphalt late models. Thank you guys very much. Hope to see you guys out on the next one. Tell all your friends. And don't forget, pay your bills. And we'll see you on the next race. Oh, tomorrow, Mini Z-Track is going out. All right, we're going to be putting the Mini Z-Track out. There's the quantity of people here to help is also going to dictate the type of track we're going to build. All right. So we're going to start building that track right around noon tomorrow. All right, thank you guys for coming out once again. We'll